I'm Kelly Emery, and this is Math Made Easy. Today we are going to continue our lesson on integers. So far we have compared and ordered integers. We've represented integers on a number line, and we understand the relationship between an integer and its inverse, and also the absolute value of a number. Today, we're going to develop ways to model sums using number lines and chip models. Let's do our first problem with the number line. All right, so you see the first number was -3. Remember, that tells us where to start. So here we are on -3, and then we're adding 7, and that's a positive 7, so that tells us that we're going to move to the right 7 places. So let's do that. We're at -3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you at +4? Is that the answer you got? Excellent. All right, let's look at our second problem. -3 plus -1. All right, so the first number tells us where to start. We're at -3, and then we're going to add to that one more negative. So which direction do you think we're going to move this time? Did you move to the left? Because we're adding a negative number. So let's look. -3 plus one more negative puts us at -4. Is that the answer you got with your partner? Excellent. Our second modeling that we're going to do today are with chips. We're going to use some chips to represent different problems. So one thing that we need to know is that when you are using the yellow side, you're telling me that it represents a positive number, and if you're using the red side, you're telling me that it's a negative number. So I wrote that right here so you can use that as a guide if you forget. All right, so we're going to model this problem. It starts with -2. So we need to model -2. And remember, red is negative. So we're going to put 2 negatives to represent -2. All right, and then we're adding to that +6. And if you look at positive, that's yellow. So underneath, because it's the second part of our problem, we are going to put 6 yellow chips. All right, so we have modeled our problem. Is everybody okay with this representing -2 plus 6? Excellent. Okay, so now let's go back to what we learned the day before. Remember, if we had -1 and +1 and we added them together, we ended up with 0. So right here, this positive and this negative represent a 0 pair. And because it's 0, what happens when we add 0 to any problem? Right, so let's take these two out, and then let's see if we have any more 0 pairs. We do, right here. That's exactly right. All right, do we have any more 0 pairs? Remember, they have to be opposites. Can we take these two out? No, because they're both the same color. They have to be opposites in order to get a 0 pair. So there's our answer. And these are 4, and they're yellow, which tells us they're positive. -2 plus 6, the answer is +4. All right, here's our second problem. Let's see if we can model this problem. So we start with -3. So since red represents negative, we're going to put out 3 red chips. -3. All right, we're adding to that -3. So underneath, we're going to put 3 negatives. Now, this can be tricky sometimes because people want to pull these out. So tell me, why can we not pull out these 2 chips? Exactly, they're not opposites of each other, they're the same. So we have no opposites in that problem. So that is our answer. If we look, -3 plus -3 equals -6. Now go practice some of these problems with the chip models with your partner. So here's our third way to model a problem, and that is we're just going to use a visual representation. We're going to draw a picture of the problem. And you might find that this is your favorite method because we don't have to have a number line, we don't have to have chips. This is something you always have with you, just something to write with, and you can model this problem. So let's look at the first problem, 5 plus -3. What I'm going to do is I'm going to model 5, and that's a positive number. So all I'm going to do is draw 5 positive signs. Watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've modeled +5. All right, can everybody see that? All right, now let's model -3. So underneath it, guess what I'm going to put? If you said a negative sign, you're right. So now I have 5 plus -3. You might notice this looks a lot like the chip model without the colors. We have positives, we have negatives. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to look for those 0 pairs, the ones that cancel each other out. So look right here. There's a 0 pair. Here's a 0 pair. And here's a 0 pair. And look, the answer's left. +2. 2. You see how we have 2 positives? So that means the answer to this problem is 2. Excellent. Okay, so now you're going back with your partner. You have 5 problems to practice with them. So here are 3 different types of problems. What do you notice about them? Yeah. What do you think about using a number line? You would need a really big number line to do that one. Or look at this problem. Okay, so maybe the chip models, right? I don't know about you, but I don't want to have 112 positive chips and 13 negative chips and find the answer. Or how about the last one we did, drawing a picture? I don't think I want to draw a picture of these. So what if tomorrow I tell you there's a song we're going to learn, and it's going to show you how to solve problems that have larger numbers with them, okay? So tomorrow we're going to work on that. So this is what I need you to do. Start humming Row, Row, Row Your Boat, because that's the song we're going to learn tomorrow with some brand new lyrics. I'm Kelly Emery, and this is Math Made Easy.